the middle of the pack here in America's Cloud9 coming off a big win against Lev.
Okay,
EG
C9 on
coming
defense,
off
EG on
of a
attack.
stomp. Let's see what they can do today.
EG need to bounce back strong here and get going right off the rip. It's going to be early B main pressure initially, using that cam to scout out the space, while C9 are dominating control over towards Rebel. We'll see whether or not EG want to commit in here. They might just open the door and threaten pinching into that C mound area.
They kind of want to check out what stuff we have with the Gecko, because they're going against the grain with their comp. And saying it's a bad thing. Has its struggles, has its advantages. Better at busting onto C. Harder to actually clear question marks.
Swings for a bit of a fight against Apop, but it ends in a stalemate as the sit hit towards
Yeah,
the
they're
side.
really going heavy. They wanted to... They just want to create a lot of pressure, create the question marks. They wanted to get this turret, but they don't get the turret, so I don't know if they're going to go back harder for it. 3 people over towards A.
How much does he want to look for here? It's going to come to him, the fight. The goop in the eyes.
Yeah, flash, and then instant reaction is walk through B. Omen flash hits 1. And Moose needs to try and get a kill here.
Contact out, maybe getting a little deeper than expected over the top. Nice right clicks from Moose. He'll double up off of it.
Yeah, all that'll do. 3 will do for sure. And then, I mean, guy's got a kill, but what?
Sent a flash his way. This man very much
Did he make a sound at one point? Ah, really nice, man. Moose did great. Only person to not eat the Omen flash. They send it through the smoke, taking damage.
He had a pretty slow start to his debut, whiffing a lot of shots on that icebox. But by the time we got to the chaos that was that Ascent game against Leviathan, he was the guy winning a lot of those clutches, pulling off of a lot of those late rounds to come through for Cloud9.
It was like the rounds where he was
Man, the Viper's just getting all the assists for that.
He was frying a little bit. Was a little bit of inconsistency, but we definitely like to see him start off hot here in the map number 1 for Cloud9.
The aggression? Yeah, I like the aggression because it's like most people don't heavy group over towards B. When you know the heavy group over towards C, if you've got the 2 numbers in terms of the double blockers, if you push A, the common call is they're going to be to fast react. Then they're fast reacting into a Viper and a Killjoy. Like, it's pretty nice. Most people won't, again, just heavy stack B unless they're intent on just hitting it.
Things about the Cypher you've got, like if you're looking down front B right now, you can put a camera to help sort of assist yourself in the lurks a little bit more. You don't need a teammate to guide you into that space. It's a little bit less of a risky approach.
We got full eco and the eco farmer. Everyone buys into this. Oxy with the eco farmer gun. 1, 2, 3. Stupid gun for ecos. He's absolutely sending it, man. Can he get it? I mean, this guy's here.
Ghost in hand, Oxy won't get it
Well,
today.
he probably didn't want the Marshal into this round anyway, so it's all good. Bro, absolutely sent it, man.
That's what I really liked watching this Cloud9 team early on, right? Like, people were asking, who's going to be the vibes guy? You don't have Zelsus anymore. But it's just been Oxy. He's such a source.
Bro, I feel like a lot of the team is vibes. Savannah sees
Every time
vibes
he
as
goes
well.
crazy and around, he's popping off. He looks like a guy from anime.
Even watching them at kickoff.
No!
Nice! Good job. A bit disappointed there, but yeah, even watching him feed off of Vanity and kickoff was a whole lot of fun.
Okay, and he does buy a hero rifle into this one, so makes the bonus a little bit better.
Just like their pistol.
CB default, or at least early aggression on B. I goes in towards C, clears all of C.
C9, if they hold this forward A main space, it's pretty easy to, you know, get back through Baby Door to push
It's the same. I mean, it's pistol strat.
Repeated the pistol rounds
Yeah,
here,
literally
and
pistol
same
strat.
outcome. Nature shut
Yeah, and they're
down,
fine
there's
with
no
that.
trade
They'll take
inside.
that big win. Instant reaction. Nothing over towards C, so they're going to be heavy aware that something over towards B is happening, especially with this aggro cage. That's a nice kill, and now what? Killjoy? Huge, okay. 3v4 retake. They got a raise nades
So
and
Cloud9,
wingman. That's pretty much it. 1 smoke.
And with not much util to work with, have to make this retake happen.
No chances to play offside here. EG are going to need to hold their ground.
Smoke do they go for?
Oxy's nade
Go
could
for
be
this one, could
massive.
go for
If he
edge
can
off.
zone these
Yeah.
players off, prevent a trade. Could win this
Block
round for
vision
C9.
from heaven. I think the one that leaks out here is a bit
Blood back
better
in,
so that you
there's
can
that
kind of
nade. Superman
sneak around.
brings up
Whoa!
the
Wait,
swing.
what?
Stunning stuff from Supa. Leaves Moose in the clutch. New
He
addition
had to
was good
solo swing without any
earlier
util
in
and
this
kills
game,
3.
but there's a lot to do here.
Did you see that gun?
Maybe. Doesn't know. Now spots him, but Jaw drops away, and Moose will too. Run for
Nice
the hills.
recovery on this.
Yeah, I can get out of there with the gun, no problem.
Yeah, so I like the idea of the
Superman really
smoke,
bringing that round
but I
back
do think
for
this
EG
one
there.
here,
Nice little play.
it
Didn't
like
have any
really
support coming
heavy
in
leaks
either.
over,
Just took a great time
does
and
the
got a
same
couple of kills.
effect, and you can like sneak around here and swing off contact.
It's going to be a big problem, the fact that they've given up this
But I know it does have a slight one way on the right.
Play run twice in the first 2 rounds.
Give me this guy's PV.
EG are going to have to react to immediately.
Whoa! Wait, that was wild.
EG though, similar setup again, just taking early space towards C Mound and leaving that A rubble area to be taken.
I mean, so much damage that we have 2 people that can buy here and 1 person that can buy here.
The way they're playing the start of rounds, saying they're really getting a lot of control in Mound and into front B, but I think it limits a lot of what they can do in the mid rounds in terms of pivoting back into the A site without control there.
They're getting that. They're also consistently getting this orb over towards C, which is helping their
they
ult
don't
economy a
stick
little.
it.
Oxy just got the showstopper off of it.
Yeah, so aggro over towards A. They
And
get
they're
their
still on the other
ult
side.
online.
Both these teams harvest their
And
respective
with
power.
this, they could think that it's weak over towards C.
We'll see if they actually commit in here. You'll see C9 are actually really adjusting into mid because Apoth has gotten this walk up so much.
This
but he
guy
just
keeps
kills
walking
Oxy.
into sites and
that's
killing
the
people.
showstopper out of the equation. That's pressure into front B. Great lurks from Apoth to start off this game.
Yeah, they gotta
And the
be
pressure
careful
he
on this.
placed on B means that
Damn, bro,
no,
they're getting
it's
so
holding
many entries
onto
right
that
now.
A site. Vanity just shut down by nature. That baby door is still closed off. Zephyr can't get through, so this is gonna be a full retake for C9.
Apoth is still hanging out front B. You know he's just waiting for his timing that he can creep up for that one.
Spike planted.
C9 are taking their time too because they don't want to sort of go into this retake. I think they're even just going to
They're
save.
saving already.
The pressure of the lurk is too much for them to deal with in the back. They
Damn,
don't
imagine
think they can
this.
win the 3v4 before that
Imagine
backstab were
this.
to come into play, so they don't even
Can't get
try.
much better than
Less
that.
than 500 creds on 3 of these players. By saving these 3 guns, they should be able to buy everyone and have a full rifle into the next.
C9 probably going to be talking about how to deal with this Apoth guy. There are some options.
Can they
could
though?
look, they've been putting
2-4?
the forward alarm bot. Check out the map for a second while they just go for the save. They've been going for this alarm bot right behind Mound there to get the forward information, but you can do ideas like putting a similar alarm out in front B. You can also just try to cross
Money's
over
not
and play
great for
behind
him.
the box in front B there as well.
Who did I pick? I went for
Some kind of
C9.
trap play with a couple of teammates there because Apoth,
But yeah,
all the control he is right
EG
now
with
is just too
demos
much.
is always going to look better than the first showing of
Wolf has been
EG,
like
so there's
a little
that.
time capsule for the last year. We saw him on EG in what, 2021?
Yeah.
2022 into that season a little bit. He looked quite
But if this
good
guy
then,
keeps
was
walking into
really
B and killing
consistent
people,
control
then
players popping
might
off
be
of
done.
that team. And then he went on to the EG reserve roster last year and didn't play a single official with that team. They were scrimming behind the scenes. We saw how good that team was from what pros were saying about the Scrimbucks, but we never really knew how good he actually
Double
was.
stinger.
Now he's coming back
Still have
out.
Razor.
He's on the main EG roster, and he's been solid thus far.
Yeah, you open up the time capsule, it's like, oh, he's still playing Cypher? that's some
One more spit over
2021
towards
stuff.
A, so they're trying to
Not
create a lot
dealing
of
with the
pressure over
Killjoy.
towards A at the same time,
Definitely
baiting
a
in
different look here.
the angle on C.
And in
It's
terms of how
heavy
C9 are
committed. Oh
adjusting
man, is
to
this
that
this
player,
guy's gonna
Apoth,
spam the whole
it is
time?
2 players front B. Off of that
Damn,
Killjoy
it's
turn
so
front B,
bold
they've
from
got a
Moose. It's gonna
paranoid they
work
could
though.
activate.
It's
Look
just
at
how many
Moose.
can he get? And does he
They
swing
did
off
spam
this?
this angle might think it's clear.
Oh boy, why did I say anything?
This angle's so hard to play.
How thorough is Jojimo?
No way.
He's not clearing. Moose gets one,
That's
swings
wild,
out.
man.
1-for-1 trade.
Yeah. Honestly, could have got a lot
1
more.
for 1, pretty much just what you're asking
I think
for
he
in a
was
spot
really
like that.
worried that he was on this guy's screen.
As the clock winds down, though, we'll have to see what EG want to do. This is the first time Nature's actually gotten a forward position outside of A. And they can't waste too much time because Showstopper
They
can
do
be very
take down the
meaningful deep and around.
duelist though.
C9
So
still
very
holding
hard
on
for them
tools
to get
like the
through choke
paranoia on the
points.
retake, still full
And this
kit
pressure is going to be
on that raise.
everything.
Nature's drawing rotations
Over
here.
towards C, they're waiting for a
players
reclear.
over
They don't
towards
know where
A
the
still.
Gecko is. They're scared of like the Dizzy being shot up here.
For the C side as he just starts to walk up for the re-exec.
EG have loved the late C hits. And they
30
might just
seconds
wait.
left.
Rooney
until
might be able to
Nature
win this
finds
round.
something,
Smoke is
but
still up. He has a
that
molly.
clock
If he
is
just
certainly a
decides to
problem.
throw this
And
molly,
notice
which he
Oxy already
does,
shifting over towards C.
Teleport for Supa. We'll get past that.
Oxy
utility.
has ult.
Oxy still
We've
has
got to
that
keep an
rocket.
eye on this. We've got 15 seconds. They got a
down.
plant.
Oxy could end this round if he times this right.
Straight up.
Fuse,
Oh my
timing
god.
out to Rocket. Connects on one.
Lovely
Trade
trade.
is
Lovely
separate.
pushing when he
Rooney's
did
going
that,
back
no
in.
matter
Now
what was going to be a
there's
trade.
flashes coming every which
Yeah, and
way.
they kind of messed up a little bit
EG
with the time. I
have no
think
path
the
forward.
trade, the C9 really paid off,
Spike
to be
stuck
honest.
on site. Nature not in time to assist on the fight. Felt like EG just ran themselves out of the game.
For
out of
God's
the
sakes,
round.
man.
They were really hoping that
Fantasy's
Nature
literally
was gonna be able to
just
find the
staring
kill,
at-
and that was going
Fantasy's
to,
teabagging
pull
the
more
spike as
pressure
well.
off of the C site. But then once they got down to 25 seconds, they kind of have to commit in there. After this first kill that happened in 1 minute and 5 seconds, they just kind of sat in that C space.
Yeah, it was nice from
30, 40 seconds
C9
running
though.
down
They
the
were
clock.
Spike
Very much in the right spot.
Never really
Rotate was
ran
good.
into them, never gave them that fight.
One
that
set with the
would've
Prime.
stopped
Thank you
round.
so much. Thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, and they did not care about this A pressure. Straight up. Like, door opened and it did not do anything on the minimap.
This time,
And
Moose goes for a bit of a hunt and dies for it.
Moose has been playing so aggressive.
yeah,
towards
Moose has
now,
been playing
whether it was the
aggressive.
walk
But this a
across the
jump peak
previous
or like
round,
what did he
those
go
forward
for? I was looking at the
alarms
minimap.
in so many as well. C9 have been trying to get that forward space that they're allowed to stay so committed onto the A side.
Each is just going to expedite into this one.
Yeah, and he
Jaws out
enters
goes
without
across.
using Razor,
Rocket
so
available. He won't need it for the hit.
hey, this
you
is
don't
really
want that
nice.
one for the post
Razor
plant.
for the after plant.
You've also got, again, Apoth hanging out in front B for the late backstab
This is
potential.
a hard retake. And C9 are going to start looking at their money
We're already 10
because
seconds into the post plant.
they're going to be looking at this as well and think, well,
by the time he
this
gets
is
over here
wrecked.
with his kit, it's going to
Do
be
they go for the
pretty
same
late in the day.
Omen smoke? Also, they have an Omen flash.
If
A
Derek
Cabby Cell as well. Thank you with the
times
Prime.
this hunt well,
Thank you so much.
could do a lot to stop this
Paranoia.
flood. Flash up for both sides. C9.
And no one pushes
Still
in yet.
stalled out
There's a
this
nice
one.
fade.
Now
I
C's
think
being
Nito's pretty good at the
committed.
moment.
Molly's out for the front of
Whoa, and
Cloud9, and they
Jogamox
pick up 2
goes
kills
down
immediately.
before ult.
That's that rocket gone.
Oak on
Now
the spike
3v4.
creates pressure.
Timer is ticking. Derek is fighting. What an adjustment. It's not enough
Wingman?
to find the shot. And now C9 are flooding in with
Holy,
Wingman
got
on the
close.
spike. But he's gone.
Yeah,
Apoth
nicely
wins
done
it
from
in the
Apoth.
end.
He's having some good impact at the moment, whether it's first kills, walking into B, or just a straight up 1v2.
C9 were playing it too slow, regroups with his team and plays a nice post from there. That was a crazy round. Let's actually see what happens, because first of all, it's the quick satchel to get this angle.
What?
Oh my god. He just shot the wall after seeing barely a shoulder.
Did you even see him?
Kill there that gives
I think he
C9 a
just
real chance in
pre-fired.
the round. All things considered, with the limited time
Either has
C9
the
had,
fastest reactions in the world, or it's
pretty
just a
solid
straight up
retake
pre-fire.
attempt, but Apoth just too good at the back end. Him and
nice.
what was that? Was that Derek?
I think so, yeah. I love Potter's claps. Whenever
Yeah?
you see her in the coach cam, very respectful.
Do you think
golf
those
game.
come through on the mic when the timeout's called? You're like, you come in with the clap, hype the team up.
Maybe a little bit. Timeout, speaking of, this time called by Cloud9. Amy gonna get in the conversation with them.
Yeah, you know, I feel like if I'm coming in here as C9, I'm thinking we need to go a little faster on those retakes, right? I think they were spending a lot of time watching front B to see if Apoth was going to come in on that lurk again. So maybe on those C, play a
Expect
little
a
bit quicker
pre-fire
to get
from a
out into
raise, yeah,
sight.
but do you expect the timing of a
But
satchel
really,
to get there
I would love
faster?
to see them take more forward B main space. They were setting up a little bit of a trap play in the previous round that just never had a chance to be
How much you
bitten
can
on.
do against that?
But a big flex here is going to be the name of the game. First time really seeing Oxy paired up with Vanity on the C side.
I think the big problem has been those Apoth lurks. Even when he's not
Yeah, it might have
actually
been something
towards
like
B, It's
that.
pulling so much pressure. The Cloud9
Always
are
been going
struggling
for
to
the
get
alarm
enough
board over
numbers
towards here,
C
so
to actually
satchel
flood
out to
retake
just
quickly.
get him.
Because he conditioned it so early.
Yeah.
Might be a
Now he doesn't
timing
have to
thing
do
as well,
anything. He's
considering
already
the
setting him up
pre-fire.
his
Yeah, like
team
that
up for
last round, he was
success.
just with the team, but they
That'd be
still
nuts
had
if
to
it was
slow
an
down
anti, might have
because of
been.
that threat.
We've never seen many
We're
people
all
do
ready
that.
to go here
Waste of a
in this
satchel
mount
normally.
space. Double smokes placed down, and Super's probably forced to teleport out of that to dodge away any possible chip damage. I love this adjustment though for EG. This is the first time
Yeah,
Nature's
I mean,
taken so much fast
C9
space.
have been wanting
Already
to
reading,
fight
this is
C a
heavy
lot.
stack. That means Killjoy very likely. That solo
They're just giving them
anchor.
A space.
And he's really crept off that one.
EG will hold. See if Cloud9 over.
They really never like force into A if they have control.
That's the rocket. Showstopper over the top
Ooh.
connects onto Oxy. And they want to fight more off of this one. Zepp's getting spammed out. So
Yeah, not
much
going to be able to
damage.
fall for
Zepp's
that one
taken
twice. I
down.
wonder if
And now there's only one
I wonder if
anchor
the
left on this
comms
site.
from Moose
Vanity.
playing here earlier
His
was
teammates
like
get around him.
talked
He'll
about.
sit in the smoke and try and make a play. He's ahead of the Nightfall.
Yeah,
He's
nice
damaged
trade on this
and
one, just
traded.
double body shot with the fade ult. Yeah, I wonder if
pivoting
Moose
back over
mentioned
towards
that
A.
he played
They
here
got a
earlier.
bank on Nature here.
You would
Nature may have
imagine
heard
so,
footsteps going up that rope to abandon the A site. That makes this rotate so easy for Evil Geniuses.
Reposition that orb deep. Call the boys back through door.
30 seconds left.
Moose will not be able to contest this one.
Moose gets a kill, he
And
gets
his
his
teammate's
ult.
going to be far away. Rooney's going all the way around the world on this flank, but he has to break that trip. So his position.
I'm saying he's
no.
going to use it into this, but
Moose has to go quickly. Trying to get a fight
planted.
while the
Oh.
spike's being planted, and that
Oh.
timing is just so tragic. Like, I actually think he has 2 kills. If he doesn't get nervous.
yeah, but I think he should be holding
Ball's
that
going over
anyway.
on his right shoulder. You can never know those little things.
Rooney broke that trip earlier in this round. So EG have their crosshairs trained on this part of the map. Nature even going to invest a little bit into a hunt here with Apoth holding deep. Easy shooting for Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's going to keep on farming the best he can on the way out here. I think C9, they're going to come after that and say, okay, playing that box and mound is completely illegal. Like, we've been cleared there.
Yeah, I wonder if
every
they're going
time
to give
now.
up
We played
this
too
heavy
much. We're
C.
getting spam now. It's just not actually possible. They're going to probably keep trying to stay
Or if
very
they want
flexible
to
in those
fight
defensive
C,
setups,
just like
'cause, I mean, the way
play
EG just read exactly what was happening on the map was very nice. They took a good fight into mound. Their lurk timings have been immaculate, I think. Now really getting effective looks in towards the A side of the map.
It's interesting because we're seeing another game that's a slow start for Judgment. He's only gotten 1 kill with his gun thus far this game. The other was just that rocket kill you saw in the replay. But these lurks from Apoth have been enough to grab these openers, pull the rotates enough that EG is still
get an okay
sites,
buy.
even
It's
if
a
their
low
entry
buy and 2
isn't
hero
really
guns.
picking up
They have
those
3
openers.
ults. We have
Great
no
to see
ults
when
at the
EG
moment
can
to
have different
EG.
players sort of step up here. It's Apoth.
For sure.
And
last week
that is a lovely jump spot here.
He was the guy going for these
The
lurks.
instant
I think that's
reaction
probably
to
a big
push
reason
through
C9's
B or
prep
not?
coming in is, let's
I
just
felt like
force
it was
this guy
3
out
on the jump
of
spot. It
A
might have
main.
only
We're
been
not gonna let him
2.
play the game.
And they do have A main again.
Gosh, this B side has just been so soft so consistently.
Yeah, every round it's just this alarm bot, sometimes the turret, and Apoth is just waltzing in, destroying it, leaving. Little
Step
property
in.
damage, leave.
Just breaking it
They've
down.
been holding on to A for a long
C9,
time.
Now they bring 4 players.
Did they actually try and take it back, or are they just called to just force in?
They're terrified of this guy. Like, Apoth is
Yeah,
living
Apoth
inside
is
the minds of
causing
C9.
them so much trouble at the moment. Either strolling
Oh,
into
but his
B
team
or he's
are in
just
C, and there's
walking
nothing
in
we
and
can do
breaking
about it 'cause we're
util,
not
making
here.
them
Yeah, all
use
those C
their own
players got
util.
pulled over. I think
Might
there
have
was
an
only
okay stack
one
here though.
mana swarm to
Question
solve.
is, do they? Yep, okay.
All part of the plan, 'cause they
Killjoy
have
all
Killjoy
goes in. Do they
Got
stick the
thrash.
plant?
They're
Yes, they
ready to
do.
go for
Not
the
a good
retake.
plant
Oh, look
for
at
the
these
after.
weapons. This isn't a gimme
Yeah, they
fight.
kinda gotta
Oh,
kill
has
this.
a nade. He's gonna
They
try and break
looks
this one. Dizzy,
too
broken,
far.
lockdown, gone. Oxy
Okay,
fighting
helped
for
out
his
with the
first.
damage
Where's
here.
those trades? EG.
Yeah, and C9 take this all day. Fish up goes in. This guy on site needs to go huge.
Coming for him.
Guy on site has to go
Can he get a fight ahead of it?
huge.
Absolutely, there's one,
Yeah,
but
not
a
big
second.
enough.
Rooney will trade, and now Apoth has to be the defender for his teammate. Spike plant position isn't great for this squad. They're gonna have to desperately fight forward, desperately go for this one.
Oh my
Superman.
goodness, Rooney got off it for
wasn't quite
Wingman.
Down to the wire there. Rooney on
Yeah.
39 HP.
It was like,
Assisted by
if this is the
Wingman
bar,
to
it was
that
like
one
here.
out. C9
And
keeping
then he
with
got
a
off it for
solid
Wingman, so it
Although we'll
reset.
see in the replay, EG went for the very aggressive
Good
play to try
manners,
and
bro.
lock
Nearly
down
cost them the
on
rounds.
Killjoy lockdown. But they used their paint shells on the lockdown instead of throwing it into this smoke. If they had thrown the paint shells into the smoke, it would have stopped those players, the Stingers, from swinging out, getting those trades. I think that's around EG should have won.
Let the Wingman defuse it.
He's got a job.
He's got a point. Wingman does 2 things. He can defuse and he can stun, but
He can plant.
oh, that's okay. I kind of include diffuse and plant in the same category because you can't do both at the same time.
He can get information.
Okay.
He's very versatile.
Okay, but like really we like him because of the planting and the diffusing.
Sure.
I feel like he's a specialist, right? He's got a side hustle, and that's stunning, that's clearing, but the main job, that's all to do with the spike.
Timeout now for EG.
I love how she's just
I
like,
feel about this timeout. It
what's
feels
none of
like
it?
the overall game plan has been working. They just lost a heavy ult round there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there, I think it's micro
I just wanted
errors
to hear what
that
they had
end
to
up
say.
costing
You
them
got to
ults
be
at the start
open
of
to
that
other
post plan.
people's
Might
opinions.
just be a good time to reset if EG want to really change their pace of how they're playing.
It's
'cause
all
they have
about
never done
listening,
any rubble control at the start of the
growing,
round.
and
Coming
learning.
out of a timeout, you probably don't immediately clue into that, but that's something Potter could see.
You got to hear what people have to
hey,
say.
In the last 3 rounds of the half, let's do some heavy rubble dives.
And from talking to her former players, generally with her timeout, she's like trying to actively call 2-3 rounds ahead to actually give something to an IGL. She doesn't tend to do like
Up
vibes timeouts,
towards
you know?
C
I'm
from
a
B,
big fan of that personally.
and
I
the
think,
change up from
timeouts can just give
EG.
IGLs a lot of time to think about the round at hand. And
Like
if
they
the
want to
coach
go
comes in
faster
with a
over
few
towards
different
B,
reads,
or at
hey,
least
maybe we
again
think
create
that
pressure.
B main space
They've
is a
been
little bit weak.
very
Hey, maybe
good,
we can
and
refight them
they've
into A. That
spent
gives
a
more
lot of
ideas
like
for the
their
rest of the
attack
And
just
here's the
making sure
changeup.
they
After
can do
conditioning
default
those
map
pressure on
control.
B with the Apoth lurk, they'll finally hit off of it.
Like they really want to
Making
make
this
sure
bit of
all
a
of this
fight
Killjoy
over there
util
with
majority of
Killjoy
the
coming out
times
both
is
sides.
down.
It's an
This is the
astounding
first time we
job.
see them just
I
like
think combining
bust,
the Viper
like
model
get
there
a bit
gets
of the
killed.
map control and actually burst on site. There's a nice change of pace from EG.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Keep fighting. 3 kills for
Damn,
Zephyr,
bro,
turns around,
imagine he
taken
got
down
that
by
as well.
Nature, brought into a 2-on-2.
That was pretty sick.
Vanity creeping
Such
through
a
the
hero
smoke.
play to make
Needs
this one
activate
doable.
Quickly, last man standing. As Amali pushes him out of the smoke, Nature takes him down, and EG secured the round.
That is
Yeah.
a lovely change up.
Stefan must be like, man, what else do I have to do? Probably get that kill as well, I guess.
The pressure on B. Now they activate off that conditioning.
They've only ever put one person into the B side
Yeah.
before. It was only ever A-Fall.
Yeah, it was a nice change up from EG though. I really like the calling here. The idea on the timeout was good. Get into. I like this as well. It's like a protocol. They get over towards here if they can't get a kill with the Omen flash and get into Hobbit. Then they tether nade through the window.
Yeah, even in the little late round there, like having
That's really
the
cool.
Go back towards heaven,
If you
set
can't
that bit of crossfire
get a
there.
kill with the Omen
Good
flash
stuff
here,
from EG.
just tether nade it
And here we go.
from sight.
Double dive.
And then you can late
Around
take it.
after the timeout.
And then you can at least, well,
Instantly going for that
you're meant to be able to
change of
late
pace.
take it after that, to be
Same time,
honest.
though,
Should be fine.
Oxy swings off that.
In fact, the Zephyr got 3.
And is taken down. Rooney unable to trade. See how the cage adds that extra layer there and makes it completely isolated.
Pretty much a
Last
full
two
eco
calls
for
have
Cena.
flown into each other, or flowed into each other
Yeah.
so well. You're conditioning towards B. You pop that sight. Then Cloud9.
I mean, yeah, it's
try to make a
very,
call
it's
on
very
the
heavy
route to
committed
push that
comp on
space.
attack
You
in,
just have someone
in theory,
deep
Saint.
holding, and for the first time, you go towards
Like,
A.
if you
On
lose
one
this
of, like,
util,
2 rounds this half,
it's hard to
Cloud9
cancel
hasn't
and
committed
go
into that
elsewhere.
space.
I mean, I guess you could fall back on A.
Actually shut down. That's the Rooney Sheriff guarantee. It's always good for a kill. How good is Vanity's classic? Not that great.
Yeah,
We won't
Zep
hold
is
it
in the
against
off.
him,
I was gonna say he's in the off angle. It's normally good for one.
Bit of a tough buy to begin with for C9, and once the utility starts raining
Oh.
down,
Okay.
Spike
It's a
down.
2v2.
One enemy remaining.
Josh Nate takes care of Rooney,
Huh?
and Rooney has this even.
Oh,
Derek's down to 45
Oh.
HP. Both players, 2 body shots
30
on the
seconds
Vandal
left.
is enough for a kill.
Derek on the rewrap. Does Rooney look to his right? This reposition could be perfect.
He's still coming for him.
Rooney is trapped. Who swings
damn!
first? It's Derek and Rooney.
That's a
wins
big
the
round.
round.
How did Moose get that kill as well?
I mean, Rooney got that kill front B, was able to upgrade from the Sheriff into a
Yeah,
Vandal,
but man,
and then closed it out.
Zephyr
Nicely
gets one
done.
from the
The
off
Cloud9
angle.
eco
Moose
round
full
guarantee.
blind, right
The
click
Sheriff
actually
guarantee,
kills.
That's what gets you Red Bull clutch right there.
That one. What
Rooney.
the hell was that?
One enemy.
That kill a little simple, but I like him just holding his ground here. Derek knowing there's no time on the clock, he's got to move into him. C9 having a very successful defensive half here, tied up 5-5.
That's it?
Georgimo has rockets
That's who
this
you
round.
give me?
Looks like they might go back towards B.
Oh, Nature saw that guy, Vanity, taken out. Nature's really found the opportunity to heat up here.
Razor
Showstopper
over
goes
towards
into
B.
side,
It's a
pitching
nice
back
pinch on
towards
this
Baby
one.
Door now. Those players stuck in
You just
Sway.
pre-fire
The
this?
clutch comes in. Oxy finds the one kill, but
Oh,
quickly traded out.
double. Right? Or did I just hear it
He's waiting
twice?
to Baby Board, was just holding down the left click. How does he get that? It's a madness here outside of A.
Damn, let's
And
go.
his kills rain on down. It is somehow EG to find them with a one-man advantage.
1v2
Why did
for
it sound like
Moose.
he got 2? We got 1. Did he get one of his teammates as
His
well?
second game of the season. To try and close out this clutch.
Spike.
EG have a
Uh-oh.
crossfire. Georgimo spots him.
Guys.
Both swinging to Moose.
Nicely done from Moose. That's a
And he
big
gets
round,
them
but
all.
oh boy, I did not like that one.
I love it. Moose shuts it down. The salute from Rooney
That's
downstage. They've got full
two
trust in the
1v2s
man.
at the moment.
Back-to-back clutches.
Yeah, gotta be
The
feeling
clutch factor from this
gotta
guy.
be feeling pretty bad if you're EG at the moment.
We saw it in Challengers. On all the different teams this man was playing on, he was a
Oh,
mainstay
man.
in that scene. But he'll show up to VCT Americas. Keep the Red Bull clutches going.
Not an easy fight there for him either. Had to go back for the first guy after taking him down so low.
Yeah, it's really nice control to adjust for both those guys.
Placing swamp grenade. Placing swamp grenade.
Strange final round though. We've got a judge on Oxy with the showstopper. It's a half buy for EG, just forcing it as much as they can. And Rooney gets his revenge.
Yeah.
Gets it for Moose. Remember previously, it was Jajimo going for the quick
It's actually
peek there.
it's actually a free fire back, is
That
it not?
unlocks the
It
Viper's
was
pin
really
now.
fast.
C-Site is out of commission for EG.
Bring them down.
Had it twice because it was a change of POV. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Watch the walk up from APOP, and then you've got a paranoia down this line. That's how they deal with the man.
Oh, with the Omen flash as well.
Rocket, he's not looking directly below him, but he's got a judge in APOP's face.
Dude, how is APOP alive? That was a lovely cage though. Cage close, goes close. Noxy didn't want to like use it close, and this guy's around the corner.
Just avoid it.
Is this a fake into B?
Fade
A bit
or
of one at least. That's
they insta
gonna
cleared
put
the
two
info,
players.
right?
Only this Gecko to anchor on A, and Seppa's just holding a deep off angle. If they contact up, this could get quite dangerous for Cloud9.
Smoke goes in, he can call his team back with that smoke. Especially when the door opens. And no one has a lineup from close, so they know at least
Always
two.
the option to pivot back into B though. EG have left, Derek in front. They teleport into Baby Door before breaking that one down. But still 2 players ready to go. Derek finds the first, now Rooney takes his opportunity. Coming in, a molly onto the planter. A little bit of damage as Vanity takes his opportunity. Out from heaven, finds the first.
Lovely Omen TP out of there.
Getting into the action too. Pit to help the flood.
And they kind of want the wingman for the defuse, so that's not great. That's great though.
Superman is lost. Only 2 survivors for EG forced
Yeah,
back
they've only had.
into that tight choke.
I mean, they don't realize it's double guardian.
C9 as they flush out, they know where these 2 players are going to be. But the spam is going to be absolutely devastating. Nature plays through it one-on-one. 1 HP, but it's Vanity on top. C9 takes 7 in the first half.
Look at what that was, bro.
3
Everyone's just
clutch
spamming
rounds
everything.
in a row for C9. This game comes down to the wire, but they
Yeah,
come
there was
out
so
with
many
an
clutch
excellent
rounds.
defensive side there.
1v2, 1v2,
Answering a lot of the
1v1
questions
right at the
EG
end there.
sent their way. I think throughout that one, doing a lot better job in the late round of dealing with this B control. And especially winning out in these clutches. And you see Oxy on the stage there. The guy is so emotional for this team in like the most positive way. Bringing the hype, bringing the vibes.
You absolutely love to see it. But neither coach happy after that one.
Don't think, and they tell me what to do, and I follow. That's all I do.
They actually
Just
tell
like
me
me,
not
for
to
real.
think.
Not a thought.
That's so good.
Stop thinking. Defensive map of the pool.
I don't think, yeah. It needs to.
EG on the other
It's
hand
a good
suffered
thing,
a
man.
really disappointing defeat last week.
It's all just like instant reaction.
What was
Now-
that second map?
No one's
13-3?
overthinking.
We don't talk about it.
Just duel
13 for
everything if you're
Xbox,
better at
that's what it
dueling.
was, on their choice. But now is where they have to show that resiliency and battle
Paper
back,
X-Way
right?
as well
They've got a couple
sometimes.
of minutes to reset
Paper
going
X-Way
into the
until they
second
call a
half.
timeout.
They know they're at a significant disadvantage here.
HK Rotana as well. Thank you so
Shazam was
much, man.
actually saying on
Appreciate
the
that.
desk
Thank
before
you for the
game
tier
started.
1.
You know, they are playing that Cypher.
Sorry, I missed that a little bit earlier.
Move over to defense. You've got ideas for the trap setup. So what can you run off of the camera? Harder to stall out those sites, but easier to play for like trip kills on the site. So Apoth can get a little bit more active, I think, with the fights he wants to take around those.
I really want to see more out of Jaw in this half. Especially with the Cypher, with those trap plays. So much of that is going to be built around his nade, him swinging off of it, going
Pistols,
for these fights.
1-0.
The guy was a superstar last year, winning champs with Evil Geniuses, and thus far here in Americas this year, it's been a bit more of a struggle. Pretty bad first game in stage 1. C9 will satchel into B though. Oxy takes this space, so the task of retaking is on EG. Nade for Jojmo in. Zeppa will commit this plant, but
Woman
everyone
flash
here is
fast
already ready to
floods. They
fight.
take
Zeppa
heaven
has to
control
flood through heaven
instead.
'cause the
But they
paranoia
know that
pushes
they're
him
in the
into
smoke.
Derek. How much can Derek do? Two up against him. He doesn't
Damn,
find a
Nature
single
really
kill,
went
but
for it
Fuji
here.
can get a
Big
little
Joel.
bit better.
Really big
Oxy,
Joel.
low in HP. Right clicks, missing out time.
Yeah, that
Being
might decide
fought
it.
out to
Let's
fight
see.
into main Vanity. 1 for 1. 3 players left, but they're dropping one after another.
And
we're not so
Rooney,
far
this
away
is
from
kind of
this.
cool. Rooney
Let's
had
rethinking
molly
all the way
lineups from
back
over
through
here.
He had a Molly lineup from over
Yeah.
there too.
The nerd. Can he win the round
This
now?
is- yeah,
Swings
it's
into
hard.
him, doesn't hit a
Still a pretty
shot.
cool idea though.
EG, massive
There's
pistol
molly
win.
lineups from here, and then
EG got
hopefully
moving
someone
so
else is
quickly
alive
on
to
that
distract.
retake. Like the craziness of the position, we'll see it in the replay.
Okay,
Because
1-1 in
C9
terms of,
after planting,
pistols.
They push for heaven control.
I like
At
the
the
idea,
same time, EG are flooding out from Baby Door, wrapping straight behind him and getting that crunch. It was really nice, right? Like C9 were getting kills, they got pinched on, then EG are also pinching through into B main,
Message in game?
hunting out
No.
those main
Just in
players.
timeouts and
That is
halftime.
a very strong post-plant B protocol at work. And that's what you expect from EG.
Oxy's forcing a Guardian into this.
Holy.
Half armor Guardian. What can the
Yeah,
youngster do?
hero gun.
I
No
mean, he can
thinking on this
fry.
one.
We know that. As long as he doesn't think. That's mission number 1. Oxy, don't think, just shoot.
Not thinking about the future of his economy, already a good start.
Yeah, just ignore
mean,
it completely. It doesn't matter.
Not even his
If you
economy.
hit your kills. That's what matters. You've got your smokes out. Why do you have your smokes out there?
I mean, he was jump spotting. It wasn't too bad.
Questionable.
It wasn't too bad. It's just timing.
You want to explain that for me?
Just trying to one
I
way.
assume he'd been holding the one way and didn't think anyone could have gotten in past it. And the time he went back to actually pull out the smoke is the timing Oxy took, but I don't know.
That's brutal.
That's the most generous I can be.
Cloud9 still not
They're really
secure
gonna
in
force
round.
into this? So many people
They're
here.
gonna hit into this C site. APOP, 3 players all ready to go, and that star is seized.
Ah,
Oxy
he's
tries to
still
escape, but
seized.
He has no business getting out of that one. Jaw finds a kill on the other side, and well, the round started sloppy. EG are cleaning house now.
Oh. What the? Yeah, so the calling on this, so it's, let me explain the calling idea here though. So we force into a free pass and stack. But basically, yeah, he's just sitting at the one way.
one-way smoke.
Yeah.
I think Oxy
But
was
basically,
aiming
so you see here,
during
you
that
drop a
time
gun,
event.
right? And then obviously they're on
Just
equal,
perfect
so
timing
it's
there.
it's
Yeah.
literally
That
just
one
like
was also
everyone,
pretty finicky to get it
everyone
right
should
on.
be
It's like,
fighting for the
pull
gun,
back
right?
a
You would
little bit to do it.
imagine
Like, that's
D9
one
want to
of
go
the
pick
one
up the
ways in
guns,
that
they
takes a
go
little
heavy
longer to
A.
place.
And what they're hoping, in terms of the caller, in terms of
We can
Vanity's
forgive
hoping,
and
well,
we can
there's a gun
forget.
down,
It
so they're
never
going to go
happens,
hold
maybe.
this with at least
Go
2
to the next
people,
round. It's all
so
good.
that it doesn't snowball out of control, which means that C should be weaker
C9
while these
opening
people are
up with some
rotating
mound
in.
control.
So it was more just EG
Both
good
teams
for
actually
understanding
really
that
trying to
maybe they're
dominate
just
the
going to
space
group
early
early, and
on
that's how
in their
Vanity likes to
attacking
call.
halves.
Yeah, very similar starts.
It looked
for
like a
both
bad
these
call,
squads on
but
their attack side.
When you
the
fight
logic
into
made
either front
sense in
B or
terms
front
of
C, what you can do is just by
should in
tapping
theory
that
be
door,
2
you
people
flush out
protecting the
any
gun because they
aggressive
don't want
forward
the
play from the defensive
don't want to
side.
pick it
You
up.
instantly get to scout out that space. It's not really the same thing with Rebel. As attacking into that space, you can only really go through one choke.
You see part of the power of this Cypher, that cam all the way up is going to be pretty hard to break. And honestly, something you're not often
Vanity taking the
thinking
hit in
about.
terms
It's
of
like
Sheriff,
thinking
but
about
I think
what
this
EG
is
was
fine
doing
again.
with Soga on
Just,
Fraction.
if you're like one of the
There's
agents that
certain maps
is
where you're used to
further back,
checking
or
for
maybe
a
you're
dot,
doing a
checking for
lark
cam,
into it,
and there's maps where
you don't need that
so
stuff.
used to that. So it adds a little extra element in.
That it does. C9 adding that Rebel re-clear. Mosh lands on the top here, also fleshing out backside. You see the combo come in from the Viper spit as well.
That's nice, no matter what
C9
you
still
are.
playing things slowly.
Out in the
Notice
open.
they've actually left Vanity
35,
hanging out over
35
towards
seconds
C.
left.
They've got a
Question
lot
mark
of
created
front
over
B to
towards
make
here. They
sure
want
that
to
the
open
defense
door,
can't
and as
take
soon as
any
they
forward
open
space
door,
there
it's an
either.
Omen
Now,
flash swing,
they've
but
actually left a little
the
Viper
wall
on
is
door.
up, which is pretty
Superman has
nice.
a paranoid as he fights
And
through onto this one. Nade to combo. Rooney gets a gap, and he escapes.
damn, that's so much info though. That's 3 people. 3 people fighting over towards A. This was a nice call on this one.
He was the only one that scaled forward to hit the door. They saw so
And
much
this
utility on
is
that
in
side.
theory the plant for
EG
Mound, but at the
over-rotating,
same
the
time
flank
it's
goes
not.
down.
That's also big retake tools.
Like, in theory this is the plant for Mound, but this is way too low
down.
down.
As well.
Might have to be a
How do
spam
EG
fest.
get
There's a
back in here?
chance
It's
if they
gonna
get the
be full
spam
flat
right, they
into
can
waterfall.
see it.
3
I'm a
players
little
go
bit
there.
worried for C9 on this
Superman
one.
gonna slow play to main, but a good
I think they
spam
think
kill
this
starts
plant
things
is better
off
than
for
it
EG.
is.
Zeppa to flash over. No util. His job just to fight at this point.
One Molly still on the spike.
He'll run straight through them. Vulnerability is good to convert onto that kill, and all
Yeah,
the players
here we
now
go.
standing
Let's see.
off-site. relying on this spam,
Superman.
this spray to get it done.
Oh.
Vanity's TPing
I mean, he at least checked that it's not half.
ridiculous.
Damn. It's a lovely smoke from Superman, and they got enough time for this easy.
How's that happened?
Yeah, I think they overthought. I think they just fight site heavier.
Pretty aggressively on site. They had a Viper orb that they were playing with from back then.
It was very, honestly, it was very nice. Like, it was still a great plan from EG. Smoke nice and early, insta tap with the spike, so they get a little bit panicked. Then they start doing stuff like this. And then everyone's running forwards to check it because it's maybe not the best plant and they can't see vision. And then Derek's just killing everyone.
My question exactly.
It's a good question. Potter is pogging.
And Imi is not happy.
No, he's actually calling a timeout.
Yeah.
It's 3
Pass
rounds
that
in a
pop.
row. The bonus secured for EG. First thing, I think less so than the post plant and how they played that. I think you're coming in, you're saying the way we manipulated the map was good, right? Like all the control that was done from Rooney out of a Rebel pulled those players off the site, so we can keep playing like that to get those players over rotating for a good late round.
Why are they double
Very
mollying
similar to that
before the
first
tap
CG
flow?
the crux of the
That
matter is
doesn't
the
work in
micro.
pro play, man.
And then it
Like,
comes to solving
people
the
run
post plant.
over
I think
towards the
first
spike
idea
and
for
then
them
they'll
would
just
be
insta
actually
shoot the
bunker
mollies.
down a
You
little
gotta
heavier
do
on
it
site.
before the
I can
tap
see what you told.
because
There might have been too much util
if they
thrown
tap
all the way
before
in the
you've done a
backside of the
molly, you're
back
playing
of the
against
molly out.
bots.
Committed early to support. I think it was Zephyr who was
Like, if you're
solo
playing
on that
against a
side.
Killjoy,
That is
like
sort of one of the
that's
reasons
too
why
much
you
rank
see
play
so much
coming
of
in, man.
the raise,
Don't
the
get away with
moment
that
from
stuff
Nagoya,
in
the
this kind
seasonal
of
fade. You can throw a
this kind of
ton
level.
stuff into that back bend area, that water
Like they'll just
area
run up
right
to
when
it
you
and
flood
shoot
out
it
from
before
main.
they tap it. You gotta pre-fire it
That's a tough
basically.
round to lose for C9. They had a good advantage coming out their defensive side. Now down around, EG have the momentum. They're in a good position here.
That they are. Switching up their setup a bit. It's actually a late Cypher setup, so I think that coming in.
It was still on site, yeah, but he was like here at the beginning. He then ran in.
Passive side of the map over towards A.
What do you think of the solo Gecko on this map? Because, I mean, you see there's a lot of sets where the Dissy's just going to get broken when you don't have util to combo with it.
I think it's totally fine. I think because there's so many agents that are necessary, there's like 4 agents that are necessary, and that's everything besides the Gecko. The Gecko can kind of be a slot of its own where it could be a fade, could be a sky. But Gecko is so good because of the low cooldown.
Oxy forces in, Omen flash to go heaven. We gotta keep an eye on. It's pretty much the pistol rounds. Oh, no plant on this one. And Rooney needs to go a little bit faster. Man, is that shooting the door? Should Rooney not be swinging earlier? This is a weird round right now. Spike down, but they have a lot of map control. It's really weird, and they need to just cut sounds and create the pressure like they are going anywhere like this.
Clearing back into
Then
Baby
they pretty much have to watch
I
everywhere.
don't think that's happening.
They have one
Oxy's a little
Viper molly
too
for
obvious,
this.
so
Oh,
he
that's
doesn't wanna
nice.
speed up too much himself.
Viper molly off this wall.
Now they've got to consider
Right?
that wall timing, and they do look for Baby Door.
Nature's trained on this angle. Molly at his feet. He's just going to spray
doesn't
them.
reach the
10
corner.
HP,
No
finds
way.
himself a gap. APOP now, the next level of that support. Oxy,
10
the man who
seconds.
picks up that gun, only goes 1 for 1. There's just no time. This round is over. EG.
You guys gonna kill his team?
Yeah, that was always going to be a hard one for C9.
That nade so nearly killed him. Did get a little bit close on this one.
Fast satchel
It
in
really
to
did a
dive
little
on
bit
that player
close.
and get
Yeah.
the opener.
It was very nice. And ended up winning that fight with a stinger from kind of long range.
Yeah.
Right here, boom.
I think Derek
Wait.
already a little low there.
He must have been. That kill was way too fast. People are going to be calling for the stinger nerfs if that was on 150. There's no way.
Enough damage that this is a swing round.
Another setup now.
We got Odin
With
to
Cypher
stop the
Viper
fast
over
A,
towards A from
and
EG.
looks like they want to fight over towards
Maybe
B.
reading some ideas here from C9 because they've got Thrash, they've got the Showstopper too.
Gun
So
is,
actually holding on
Derek
the side is going to
got.
be really hard. It's actually a front B setup at the moment for EG. They can paranoia out, they can open up this door and
Then
really
we've got to
fight
keep
into
an eye
it
on
if they
this,
want.
because
is a
if this
trap
orb gets tapped, it's
They've got
Omen
a
flash
showstopper
into
of their
insta
own.
Razor.
Joel popped that off the
Oh man,
Noya.
that couldn't have been any better. You got to get out of this fish, my friends. Damn. Moose managed to get a kill on this though. Damn, nice reaction from him. Hyper focused over towards B, and this guy that was meant to kill the guy that was on B gets instantly shot, and I think he was looking at it and just got out George.
Nature
Nature tries to take a timing. Low HP though. Yeah, Rooney was the guy on 10 HP. And I would imagine these two have to eco and we just see some low by 3 good guns. I want to see Moose's POV. I wonder if this guy was facing C or was it just a 1v1 duel?
Was so perfect, going over the thrash, getting the kill and the trade. Like EG, that was a perfect play.
Damn, yeah, just straight up duel.
And there's not much
Big
you can
kill.
do about that.
Yeah, really big kill.
Just about to
he
see.
catches there is like a half second before that player gets back into B.
Literally, Derek had just cast his ultimate, was about to pull out his gun.
Lots
and
of
turn and
fighting
fight
B.
that
Yeah,
was a
it's
1 second
been
window,
a
like
lot
you
more
said.
popular. Do you not see at Masters? Like B was really popular as well. Kind of have to shut down B early on. Teams like it at the moment.
Paired with the Roomba to get Judge Mo and Orb here. I love how much EG is putting into getting this showstopper online. They have a lot of plays built around it.
It's actually, sorry, it wasn't the Nightfall he used that previous
So
round.
we've seen this one. Is they're
Another
going to
piece
do the
of
Viper
utility.
Molly
So
with
holding
this as
on to
well.
that here.
Look at this guy's like, well,
We see the Mosh
probably
coming
needs
in.
to get out of
He's
there.
gonna TP out. Using the enemy's Viper wall to his own advantage there to aid in the escape. Sure, discount Jet Smoke plus
Killjoy ult
Flash.
on attack. Derek has got his fade ult and maybe he can just use it for retake.
But this is the power of the Gecko, like we're talking about, because every
Question
single
mark
area
create
on
over
this
towards
map
here.
sort of requires you to fight for one piece of initial space, whether that's
No one-
Rumble or whether
no
that's
one at
Mound,
door.
and you use that piece of utility, and then you can go for the site hit. And
What is their
usually
plan
it takes
for the
you about
Viper
10,
ult?
15 seconds before you can set that
Not going to
one up.
force into a Viper ult though, right?
Flip is going to be a bit problematic for C9.
Right.
Moose has the lockdown, and he's actually going to slam it.
Killjoy ult, but it
Alarm bot
just...
will
They're
stop
going back
anyone from
A.
flooding
Nah,
forward.
they're going back A. Look at that. They left Rooney hanging out towards Rubble, already on the
Open the
rotations.
door.
30
But this is the
seconds
thing,
left.
camera's just
Easier
going to check
playing a
this a
weak
lot.
A site.
Fade ult goes
But
over
that's only
towards
for
B.
now.
Damn, they got the
Hits
fade ult
nothing,
out
so
of them.
now they can get that
Keep
pick
an eye on
and
the
roll
time,
back.
20 seconds on this one. Might be able to get a fast flood. Does Omen have Omen Flash? And a huge shot. Omen has Omen Flash, 15 seconds, 3 people here. Yeah, gotta be going for this one. Oi, what a nade to stop that. 10 seconds.
Seconds left.
Spike on the ground. Giorgimo swinging forward.
Yeah, what a
Derek
great
going up
flood
with
in.
the
It looked like a really
Synergy
good
is
call,
there.
but honestly, Superman hitting that shot
What
was just
a
everything.
reply.
Not fooled at all, were they?
A lot of
I mean,
good
they were initially, but they're so
a lot
quick
of
to
good
re-clear. And
calls
Superman
and
does
shots on
enough
this.
to stall
It was
out
nice,
just for
man.
that 5 seconds
Fade ult
that they
gave
make
them
it
a lot
back.
of
But I
info
don't
as
think
well.
they- I don't think
Especially
they
once the
were
door
fooled.
was
I think they had
opened.
3 players on C, but that was for other reasons.
That
Because those
was
players
it.
were
That was the
rotating
round
over
right there.
And had that hit come in. But then immediately
There's some
they're
good
making the
util
call to
on
use the
both
Nightfall.
sides
They're
here.
using a big ultimate just for scouting, but it was a really good choice.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have those players set up in Waterfall, the rotates on this map between B and C are so quick that you can re-clear B and B at A within like 10 seconds.
Win one,
And
lose the
between A and
next.
B, right? If
Yes.
that had hit any player's front B, they then are thinking, oh, it's a crunch through baby door, and they can set up to heavy flood into B.
And I think that's credit to how well EG is calling off Derek's util to have those super fast rotates on defense.
Whoa,
And
we got 2.
I mean, Supa, on kind of a weird anti-half-buy, is just owning them in main. I mean, this is some, like, just confident stuff from EG that we haven't seen much. It's
Yeah, look
mostly
at him, he
been
wants
these
the duel.
Mid-rounds. Here they're just winning out the duel. on the
Three-person
Rubble
duel.
fight.
I do think the confidence comes down to there not being a lot of Rubble fights going their way.
Sure.
Rooney, though, upgraded from that Sheriff.
Nicely
Can't quite
done.
find
Yeah,
the
they've
shot,
really
though.
got some confidence on these duels.
ZG go up to 11.
Again, these
Big buy
EG
rounds.
kind of
Does
pace
C9 still have a
changes where they're
timeout? I
investing
can't
more
even
heavily
remember.
into
I
these
don't think
faster
so.
plays in both
Would be a nice
halves. They've been
timeout time, but
perfectly
I think it's
timed.
done.
It was round 10 and 11 off that Potter timeout where they win 2 in a row. with
Jorgamo
change
one
pace.
away from his
Here,
ult.
They win a crazy round on the slow rotation.
They have
game,
a
and
Omen
then
ult if they want
send
to
it
try
down
something a
lobby.
little bit mad as well. They use both?
C9
Yeah, I thought so.
need to make an adjustment of their own here. They used all their big power ults. Yeah, they've got a Viper's Pit. They've got the Omen ultimate, but to actually blow open a site, that's just not going to be available to them. They've just got to play solid Valorant from here on out, ulting into that B site.
Into
quick
B.
clear. Rooney comes around the corner.
Okay, no
and
matter
sets
what that gets
Nature
traded, but you
instantly
lose
taken
the
down.
Omen, no smokes.
Moxie creeps
Guy needs to take some
into
space and
Waterfall.
get the kill. What's the
Here's the
timing
play
like on
to
this?
pass, and he turns just in the nick of time. Again, that wingman won't be allowed to plant the spike for free.
He's going
actually
C.
running to C.
Yeah, he is.
John's through this one, though. Rocket all the way through into C. He's around the
This
world.
is mental.
John's gonna keep
Oh my
running
god,
for
Rooney
more.
didn't get this
This
kill?
means Oxy's
Okay,
now
it's all good,
isolated.
right?
This
Everything's
was
fine.
Until Rooney finds the time.
Wild,
normal
man.
attack
Better
side
plant
Lotus
over
round
towards
here.
Mounds.
Ridiculous.
It worries
full
me a little
executive
bit,
debut
but it
Nova
is
will
better
ever
than what
sprinting through
we
water
saw
to plant
earlier.
on C. Superman has a paranoia, and
Wait,
he's
this is
looking
the
to
same
flood B
two,
to
though.
clear that out first, but also to paranoia and try to pinch back into the C site.
The
He's
same
on
two
his
that did
own,
it
and
last
so is
time.
Derek for the retake.
Where does he send that Noya?
Woman
Front
flash.
sight. Moose.
What a shot.
Caught by that one, but Rooney wasn't. And Supa just is gonna save this one.
Man, their money's so good.
Maybe go back
Don't
for
even
some
need to
damage,
save.
but
Go do some
the round's
damage.
over.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't super matter. Well, he's not great for C9.
Super matter.
That's not what I was doing. Mimi, don't try to put words in my mouth. I'm not trying to
But
make
that's what
bad
you said.
puns. No!
Words mean
That's a
things.
normal thing. Okay. Okay.
Super matter isn't even like a sentence.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't matter
You
much.
could say giga matter,
No.
omega matter.
No.
All of these things are real things you can say.
11 to 9. Moving on.
This game matters.
It does. Honestly, a lot. Especially for EG after that opening loss.
What a crazy round from C9.
Yeah, the timing on that's pretty cool. I feel like no matter what, that always gets traded unless something ridiculous happens.
Rooney's been looking sharp today, too.
I'm more swift there. I don't know what happened. Francis.
We're quick. Over into the
We'll
safe
go
side of
fast
the map.
into it.
4
Omen flash
players
hits
here
2
from
back
Evil
a rubble.
Geniuses. They've got to buy. And C9 are
Oh, look at this
overcommitted. We're swinging
util.
the line.
Oi,
Superman
look
gets
at this
two, and it keeps
util.
on
That
going.
is
EG
really
dominate the
nice,
space.
man.
Giacomo gets 2.
Yeah.
And C9, they lose the spike off the play as well.
Jojo's back. 2 rounds now where he's just
That
fighting
was
into
cool,
A
man.
lobby.
Dude, let him
His
take A
utility
control. If
is
that's how good your
destroying
shutdown
people.
of A is,
Kill with the paint shells.
let him
2 with his gun.
take rubble control. That was so nice.
Barely even 30 seconds into the round and it's over.
Might have been one of the best we've
Fights
seen.
have not been working for C9.
We can see it again here. That setup from EG is really nice.
In case you're wondering, Moose thought he could go in for the
Prius,
1v3.
man.
Failed at the end, and that gives EG 12. And that could actually make a difference. Look at the buy now from C9. Moose could have tried
Crazy.
to save that. It would have been hard to save the rifle
Yeah.
with 5 players alive, but
AUT were definitely
I
going to
mean,
go
it was a
for
nice
one.
util.
could have at least
It would
tried.
have been fine to see at the end. Oh. Okay. There we go. It's all good.
Yeah, there it
Thanks,
is.
Prius.
Giacomo gets the 4K.
Good
Easy
stuff from
peasy.
him. Remember, started this game, what, like 2-6, something like that? Slow
Yeah.
start, and he's recovering.
It's wild that C9 aren't giving up, though. They're going back into another Rebel fight. A little bit softer this time, though. Zeppa showed the Dizzy outside of C.
Yeah, more of that kind of late contact in once you hear if there's initial util.
Yeah. Oh, and now they know there's some kind of a trap in front of B. Giacomo looking to play, and Moose is stuck over in the corner. He's got to fight his way out with a stinger. That is
Yeah, and
not
they need to
a fun
insta-react
position to be
somewhere.
in.
Cloud9 will excel into A now. Nature will just escape towards heaven, so it's going to be a full retake.
Oxy
for
has
EG.
his ult.
Where's his rocket going? I don't think there's
Uh-oh.
a target for Oxy to find.
Nature's
unless
kind of committed.
He walks up the rope, tries to wiggle his way into
No
a spawn.
way,
and
no
somehow-
Oi, it's a
No
lovely
way!
satchel.
Jaws in the
Nature
air,
got a
but
kill as
what a
well.
reaction from him. He knows the race rocket not
Someone's
gonna
got a
lose out to
hero
that one.
mode.
Flood back into the site now. Superman loses his fight. EG, this round's starting to fall apart, but Jaws active. Rocket
Oh, yeah,
up,
he got the other
finds
guy.
one. Derek on the trade. The
Okay,
world
nicely
champion
done. Damn, that was
makes
cool.
himself
Dude, they had
known
some
in those
good
last
stuff,
few
though.
rounds.
Their retakes were
As EG
relatively
take
good.
their
This
opponent's
shutdown of
back.
Rubble was like really, really good. Some cool stuff, especially on defense.
EG stepping into the chaos in that last round.